In the Valley of the Dying Sun is a song that I think could be best categorized as a sci-fi western. It also kind of parallels the story of Jacob in the Old Testament of the Bible. The idea is that the main character, he has lived his life from the beginning of his life under this kind of assumed curse that violence would follow him and that he would have to get ahead by kind of doing what he had to do to survive, whatever that meant for other people.
I remember AJ and I think we first got together to write this song, and we just kind of started going with it, and you know, these two parts just kind of flowed with each other, and we were like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then we were like, where's the song gonna go from here? And then we started adding all these other parts, and we were like, oh man, now it is just getting super weird. And we were like, screw it, let's just let the song go where it goes, and then we'll figure it out once it's there, once the music's there. And so we just, you know, kind of let it become what it was, and we all really loved it. We all totally loved the song. You know, we'd just play it musically before we had the lyric on it, and we'd all be like, you know, that sounds like, you know, a bunch of cowboys riding through space, lassoing moons and stuff like that.
The music that we wrote, I thought, was just so interesting. I mean, it kind of has this grandiose feel, and then the chorus has this, like, you know, if you want my body, Rod Stewart, like 70s like disco feel. And I thought the only way to approach it with the lyric was just to go over the top, because the song's over the top. And there's parts of the songs that are clearly over the top. There's a ton of vocal layering. There's like a weird robot angel voice. And the story really does parallel Jacob's journey in his life in the story of, in the book of Genesis.
When we were recording it, you know, we had the lyrics, and we had the vision for the song, and we knew what we wanted it to be. We knew we wanted it to be like the most epic piece of music that we had ever really made, and while at the same time being able to make sense within the span of, you know, 5 minutes or however long it was. So we just started adding stuff while we were recording it, and just trying to make it sound as grandiose as we had envisioned it in our heads. And I remember when we put the vocals on in the bridge part where the riff comes in and it slows down, there's 27 vocals there. And it was just the four of us standing in a room, you know, 3 or 4 times, just singing parts over and over, and then like, hey, you know, we could add this and make it sound like this huge chorus or something like that. But that, you know, that part's supposed to represent the fight scene and do all this, and I love how the lyrics and the story and the music all mix together so perfectly to make like this amazing story and this amazing epic tale of this guy.
The song kind of hinges on this idea that a man can change his stars, and that a person can change his life, and that what a person thinks of himself, or if someone feels cursed or feels a certain way and thinks a certain thing about them, negative or positive, that can really influence who they become. And you know, the main character in this song eventually comes to grips with who he really is and the choices that he can make. You know, the song ends on a real positive note. It's a kind of a violent song up to that point, up to the point of the bridge. But through the outro and the last chorus, the main character kind of has this revelation that, you know, he is more than just this killer. That a part of him goes on forever, and that the choices he makes influence that part of eternity that he is, you know. And so hopefully the song has an encouragement in there. If it doesn't, it still rocks. So.